Okay.
We are live. We are live. Okay. Without much ado, bros in the building. Bros in the building. See, let me tell you, there is something about hearing when it comes to topics like this, there is just something about hearing from a man's perspective, and not just a man, like someone that has been proven, someone who has gone through through thick through the thick and thin of relationship, through the thick and thin of marriage, through the institution, of marriage, okay, and who has seen it. I would say seen it all, okay. Well, not seen it all, but who has seen the most part of it, the ups and downs, the good times and the challenging times, the stormy times and the happy times, who have seen it all. Bros, 20 something years, you say you've been married. I bet it's not a joke, oh. It is not a child's play. And that is
It's
why I said I have no, I couldn't have picked anyone else to talk about this particular topic. I couldn't have picked anyone else. So thank you so much again. Thank you for connecting.
Thank you
Please
for
let
having me.
the people in the building know who this handsome bro is.
Well, my name is Kola Akinmuyiwa. I am a husband, a father to four wonderful children, a husband to a beautiful wife in and out, that is, and I'm a businessman. And I do have a talk show also on TV. So, yeah, let's just keep it as mild as that.
Please remind me after now. We're going to have to talk about your show too, so that our family members here will
No
get
problem.
connect. Yes.
No problem.
So if you're connected, this is Kate and Chris. I know you people are used to this face from the Kate Igodo show, but hey, the devil is a liar. Somebody say amen.
Amen to
So my
that.
YouTube account got hacked, and we are still trusting God and fighting together back. But I am so excited about birthing this new platform, because this is predominantly family matters. We are going to be talking, we are going to just be letting ourselves out. If you want to laugh, couples, you want to laugh, this is the place to be. You want to hear bedroom talks, this is the place, so predominantly. And my husband is also, collaborating with me on this particular platform. So I'm so excited. Omo, Bros has just been letting himself out. He's just been expressing it. He's just been keeping it real. So please, I'll be asking you to go subscribe right now if you haven't yet. But this is the platform to be. So thank you so much. If you're connected, please let us know who you are, where you're connecting from, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We want to greet you very well, because you are a queen and you are a king. So, bros, the matter where bring us, you don't know now, you know what's up. Right. And we wanted to use this opportunity to talk about, family matters. We wanted to use this opportunity to talk about, the ups and downs of marriage. Some of the surprises we receive in marriage, because sometimes you don't bargain for these things, but you get into marriage and then you begin to see a lot of you begin to see a lot of drama, which is one of the ones we are going to be talking about today. And it's about Yoel. So a few days ago, I'll say 3 days ago, he came out to say that he announced his, like Lion King, announced his precious son to the world. And he said this precious son was birthed by his second wife. And so the internet space, the cyberspace went ballistic, went cuckoo. And, people, it didn't sit well at all. It didn't sit well, for several reasons, okay? One, people just were not comfortable with the way he went about it. Secondly, this is a man who is a presidential aspirant. All right. He's come to announce his intention to run as a president. And three, people just felt that, I mean, why now? Why do this to your wife? I mean, this is a wife you said has labored with you for several years, has been with you through thick and thin. You met her when you didn't have even a sustainable job, and she managed with you and she stayed with you. At this point that your children are grown, that you're supposed to, what went wrong? All of a sudden, the woman has become inadequate. So, bros, what went wrong? The other thing I want to put out there, because I'm going to talk and then I'll yield the floor for you, is the fact that there's been a lot of mixed reactions concerning this, and that is another part I want us to dwell on. So some people came out while people were saying, for what reason? Why will this guy do that? Some other guys came out and say, oh God, like you are the main RMV, like you're the main G, you're the main king here, like you did something and you owned up to it. The other people said, you know what? At this point in time, in fact, men were like, to be honest with you, women also. I heard a woman left a comment on one of the posts I made, and she said, look, I mean, there is nothing wrong. They would rather have their husband have a second wife than have a side chick. Douglas, who is Douglas? That is trying to come in. Ah ah hey. Hello, sir.
Doug, I don't know.
Ah ah.
Doug, I'm not sure. Do you know Doug?
I don't know him, but I don't know how. Now you bring him.
Yeah, that's Doug. Is one is an author, and also he is a publicist and is an attorney in I think it's in Abuja.
Okay.
We are in the same group on WhatsApp, and I'm glad he was able to join us on this
Oh,
platform.
thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
The least we could do. I'm actually in Benin, Key, not Abuja, but I travel around the country.
Oh.
Welcome, Doug. He has been dissing some very factual write-ups that is written by him, of course, in our group. So it's actually a privilege having him join us live while we do this.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for connecting.
The pleasure to be here.
Thank you so
I'm
much, sir.
actually I'm actually shopping. Today's actually my wedding anniversary, so it's a good time to talk about your topic.
Happy
Happy wedding
anniversary!
anniversary, sir.
Thank you.
How many years?
Well, officially 6 years, but unofficially that will be 13 years.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
wow. Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, so I'm going to be we have okay, so thank God. I truly want to speak from a man's perspective. I want to hear from a man's
What?
perspective because this matter na for na handy day predominantly. So some people are saying, you know what? Men said, hey, let us tell you people the truth. We don't tire to
I'm
hide.
having I'm having an issue with the voice.
Oh,
I'm
you're having an
having
issue with
an issue with the voice. Maybe I will just yeah
Yeah,
with
you can
the
turn off the video
audio.
and just
Maybe I will
listen
just
in.
go and come back.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, go and come back. Okay.
Let me go and come back. Maybe I'll go and come back.
Okay, good. Okay, all right.
So you want me to get started on it?
Yes,
So
please go ahead.
again, my name is Kola Akinmuyiwa. I a father, a husband, a business man, and also a TV show host. So I of course I heard about Mr. Edochie's that's Pete Edochie's son, right? I heard he has an ambition to run as the president of Nigeria. I mean, never too young to run, right? However, having had a wife that's been with you for so long, um, different things make a man do different things, right? If you understand, a lot of things rather make a man do different things. Um, from his perspective, he may be able to justify it. I don't know. But from people making different comments, you have to understand that mental health matters as well.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't think he put it out just like that. I think it was because some blog were trying to put it out there, so he had to come out. I'm not sure. This is not factual, but then he had to come out to say this is what's happening, and that he had actually paid the bride price of this other woman. How long it's been going on, no one knows, right? What led to it, no one knows. And this is against Pete's advocacy on one man, one woman. That's where he stands. He believes if you marry more than one, you're bringing problem upon yourself. His son went against that, and I think that's one of the reasons why people are speaking, because Pete is a man of his word. He's a man of a good character. He speaks and he stands by it. And so, seeing that his son is going this route, got people buzzing. Like, okay, this is Pete. Now your son is doing the directly opposite what you say. Um, People have a choice, and by the way, that's a grown man on his own. So it's his choice, whichever direction he wants to go in life. He chose to be with another woman outside of his home, and he made it public. Some says it was because of his uh, presidential ambition, political ambition. That was why he said that. It's possible. I don't know. It may be right. I mean, rather, they may be right. They may not be. But he knows better. But he came out anyway to say it. Those praising, singing his praises. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the right thing. But then again, people do things for different reasons. Why he went with a side chick, or now side chick turned a wife without his wife's consent, because one of the blogs says it was until they notified his wife that his wife made a comment under his post that he was able to come out straight. That he actually apparently he came out on a Sunday. He got married, or he paid the bride price on that woman on a Saturday. So does it mean he never told his wife, or he never was not in the know that he was going to be having a second wife? And for how long has that been going on? So men leave home for so many reasons. Say or look for a side chick.
So when you say men leave home for so many reasons, can
Mhm.
you also justify the fact that women, if women leave home for so many reasons, let's say okay, do you think that any reason is justified enough for you to step out of your marriage and go
No,
have an extramarital affair?
no, no reason whatsoever. I can't even justify one, right? I love my peace. I enjoy it. I love the one my wife gives to me. I love my freedom also. She lets me have it all, right? So it is not so in so many homes, right? Likewise with the women, uh, would the shoe fit if if your wife steps out to do that which you are doing? Would you enjoy it as a man? If you ask yourself, if it were the other way around, would you enjoy it if your wife goes out and sleep with another man? But then they said it's starting to happen. If they said let's do DNA in Nigeria today, ah, that DNA company will make money, because a lot of children are not sure, a lot of families are not sure that the child or children within that family belongs to the man, actually, that the woman, which is true, that the woman knows who the true father of any child is at any given time. Except, of course, there was a run, like you did one today, the same man tomorrow, or another different. So you can't tell which exactly, hatched the egg.
So I'm not even making excuses for women. I'm not
Right.
saying that that men are only guilty of this. I know I see. Yeah, I'll be telling you lies if I tell you I don't know what you are talking about. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is not apparently we are talking about this now or throwing more light to it now because of the
What had
person in
happened to
question.
Pete, right?
Yes, and want to use
Mhm.
it to bother talk about some of the stuff going on in marriage. So there should be no reason at all, there is no reason justifiable at all for a man or a woman to step out of the marriage institution to go marry another wife.
Let's talk about marriage, for instance. What if you marry someone that is a man living his home or living his parents and blah blah blah, and then the wife comes to join him and both of them become one, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, that home where the marriage is supposed to be a safe haven for the man, where
Yeah.
he can come, and
A
for the
safe
woman as
haven
well.
for the man as
For
well
the
as
woman.
for the woman.
For the woman as well, where they both can come and like relax, unleash, be themselves, have enjoy peace, enjoy the union of each other and whatnot, happiness. It should be that way, but for some it's not. Or should I say some or most? I don't know, but for some, let's say it's not. A lot of people are not happy in their marriage, and this has a lot to do with what were the conditions before you guys got married.
Mhm.
If you as a lady you have money and I don't, and you already there were a lot of there are a lot of ways people can abuse the other, right? It could be mentally, verbally, physically, emotionally. It could be any of those. If it's happening in any relationship, and I don't feel myself, by the time I am made, I become made, I will look for where I am wanted. I will look for where I have a voice, even if I don't in my home.
So
And
by the time you are made,
yeah, I'm just no, no, no. So listen, I'm saying if the man or the woman
uh-huh.
does not have when the other one has when before they got together,
Mhm.
and you oppress me with what you have, despite saying you loved me and I love you, I believe genuinely we love each other, but you just because you have some more than I do, or I have more than you do, I oppress you. By the time I start having, I would want to balance it out, or I want to prove now that I have it. It's just a human nature,
Mhm.
right? Just so you can have a say as well. And if the other woman is not bowing down, or is an alpha woman, or if you're an alpha male, it becomes a problem.
Hmm.
Someone has to bow down for the other. Then we are living out understanding. People need to understand themselves. It's so funny how people are taking this gentleman's act of bringing in a second wife. Like I said, we do not know what transpired between both him and his wife, and him, and for how long he has been with a side woman that's now being converted to a wife. If I may use that word, you know, to me, I don't see a reason why any man would want to put himself through that. One woman, one problem already.
One
You
man,
know,
one problem too.
and whatever you say, yeah, this is you say you want
But
to get
see,
from a
it's
man's perspective now.
yeah from it exactly.
Mhm.
So
So it's one woman, one wahala. Now you have two.
one man, one wahala. Two.
So how does a woman contain this? Having known that a man has a wife, and you are moving into that house, for sure there's going to be friction, right? It's not like you both saw this man and he's saying I'm marrying both of you at the same time. Even at that, there's going to be some kind of envy or jealousy.
Hmm.
Now knowing that he is married and you want to go into that home and you expect him to leave that one for you, or you want 100% of his attention, how do you expect him to function or to spend that time with you? So whatever happens to her, the first wife, it's only a matter of time. It may happen to you, because after a while you become, whatever you possess, whatever you now own, becomes nothing to you, worthless. That's life. If you see a Mercedes, you want a Mercedes, you're driving a Camry, and now you found like, oh, you want a Mercedes. The moment you possess a Mercedes and you own it, now you're looking for a Bentley or a better ride or something, right? We always strive to get something better. Now, after the second wife, um, are you going to be jealous if you find a third wife? And also, as a man, are you able to manage one first? before you now try to manage two? Do you have the finances? It's expensive. Do you have the finances? Do you have the wisdom, to even sort problem to because it's going to come? Are they going to be living in the same under the same roof? Are they going to be living separately? These are things, questions you ask yourself. Is it worth it at the end of the day for you to go through that stress? I'm sure you're going through it either for comfort or for pleasure. For comfort in that, oh, this person gives me peace. I'm always at peace whenever I'm with this person. Or um the discomfort that's there is, if I come home, it's nagging. If I come home, I can. In fact, I want to stay out till like 11:30 at night and wake up at 5 in the morning and just be gone. Or I like the way this person, me and this person are doing it sexually. You know, it's for the pleasure. And if it's something you're not doing at home, have you sat down with your wife at home to talk about it? If not, then why do you think it's just okay to go cheat on her or just get out there and do whatever you need to do and then bring the burden upon her? People keep forgetting that we as humans, we always think of the now. Sooner or later, these children, they are seeing what you're doing.
Hmm.
They will leave the home. Now it's going to be you and this woman. When you cannot help yourself, would this woman be there to help you? Would this man be there to support you when you can't do it for yourself or by yourself anymore? Those are the things people don't consider when they go into things like this. I mean, if it's working for you, hey, kudos, enjoy. But don't bring burden upon others just because of your 5 minutes pleasure. You enjoy a moment with someone and then you want to make that person your own. Trust me, if there's something they can get from you, they will get it and they will flee. At the end of the day, they may even be cheating on you with. A very long time ago, about 15 years ago, or thereabouts, I had a friend that says whenever he's with his wife, he feels like he's cheating on his girlfriend.
Eh?
Um, Whenever he's with his wife,
With
the
his
one
own
that has
wife.
children for him,
Yes.
the one he is legally married to,
Yes.
he feels like he's cheating on his girlfriend. I
Are you
have.
serious? I've never heard this before.
I'm very serious. So things happens, right? I don't know why. I don't know what. Girls nowadays are even too desperate for anybody to say, "I want to indulge." Or these girls, they do whatever it takes to try to snatch the guy. But even after snatching him, once he clears in his eye, you become nothing again. He's for the next one. So now what? Pray to have your own. And it's funny how if a woman becomes a side chick for a guy, uh and then when their time comes and they get married, they don't want their husband to cheat. You Girl, you are the one who was cheating on his wife with. Now you don't want him to cheat. It's in his DNA. He's gonna do it. Just how are you ready to deal with it? I don't know. I can't speak for you or yo. I don't know how his name is pronounced, but I can't speak for him. I don't know why he did what he did. But
Somebody,
for the
I'm
sake
sorry,
of
darling.
for the
Hold
sake of
on.
for
Red
their mental
David.
health.
Red David is trying to say you have to connect to they will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them. Someone rare, I think is still from your they have to
Oh, Red
connect,
Diva.
yeah. They have to connect your mic before we can add you. Or through audio. I have if you can watch us, I have a phone number here. You can call in too. Please, we want to hear you. You can call in. We have a phone number. We have a phone number here. Please, you can call in too. All right, go on, sir. Please call in, okay? Call in. If you can't connect through the if you can't connect, you can call in. Go on, sir.
Anyway, why the man did what he did
Yeah.
is best known to them, and so the
But,
solution to
but
a headache.
Ross, I want to ask you this
Please
question.
go ahead.
For those who said It's about time. It's about time. The African culture, I think we've just been shying away from the fact that a man can typically not keep it, like he's not
Those
doing.
people saying that, how much money do they have to manage a
Bros,
situation
it's
like
not
that?
even about the money. Like,
It has to
also
do
this
with
man,
it.
it's not even about
So
the money.
so you living in a one bedroom house, you want two wives. You can't even afford two bedrooms already. You want two wives. Then what are we talking about? Those people that are making such comments, are they using their real names to make those comments? They're in the back end.
Is that they using their real names? That has nothing to do. There was a guy. In fact, my husband read it. What did they call it? A human rights. He said he's a human rights activist. Okay,
Is he married?
okay. I tell you,
Is
one.
he married?
Eh?
Is he married?
Bros, I don't even know if that guy is married. But to be honest with you, he called himself. He said he's a I think Kola G or whatever on
I
Instagram.
hope it's not color nothing. I'm color here. Oh,
You're
please.
not.
Mhm.
So we came to hello Sammy, how you doing? Can we
He's muted though.
he's muted. Oh,
Mhm.
let's- so they muted themselves. Oh, he muted himself. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Muted himself. When you want to talk, let us know, okay? So this human rights activist came out to give you all manner of accolades, saying a man in B, it's about time, for you to, in fact, instead of, in fact, we should be happy that the women should be happy that the man, instead of, by the way, this year has not even told you that this is going to be the only wife, okay? So he now came out and said we women should be happy that if your husband decides to marry a second wife instead of keeping a side chick, at least we should know who he's
It's,
dealing
that's
with.
why they always think men will die first. You know, that's why there's that thought that men will die first. This is someone that feeds you, right? You are hurting that person. You're doing it for your own selfish reasons. It's okay for you to do it outside, though. I'm not saying it's very okay, but if it is something that you can keep away from your home, please do. Um, so now this woman finds out that you're with somebody else. Attention's divided. They are, they couldn't. They don't get your attention. They don't, even when you're treating the home right. There's still just something. Who wants to share anyway, right? Now the question is, would you eat from the same bowl or the plate that this woman is serving you food from? If she wants to get rid of you and take your life insurance, it's that easy. But the women consider so many things, like their children. They become fatherless. They still want their children to have a father. They endure so much. How many men? I'm speaking for me now, but I'm asking this question. It's a general one. How many men can actually take it for his wife to have a side nigger? So can because I remember my time one time. There was a time I was flirting with a friend, right? It was an innocent flirt, but we were flirting anyway. I was guilty. I admitted to that. Now I was funny on my phone. I was drinking at the same time. It was late in the evening. She was helping some of our friends, so I was alone, and I was just chatting with this girl. Blah blah. I fell asleep. When we got home, I was still chatting, but I fell asleep. Like I said, many of my children have the password to my phone. My wife has the password to my phone. So if you're trying to make me a side nigga, please, they have access to it, or they will find out. It's me that will cover myself eventually. Anyway, the I was chatting and I fell asleep. The lady buzzed again, and then she picked it up. She wanted to help me plug my phone up, and bam, there it is. All the messages were out there, and she was able to read them. The next morning, she told me what she read, and she asked me a simple question: if the table were to turn, would this still be okay for you, for me to flirt? You said it's an innocent flirt. Yes, I read it, and it seemed like you've not even met this person before. It was on social media, whatever. If the table had to turn, would you like for me to do what you're doing? And I said I can't even stand it. And from there, you just have to understand that if you can't take it, why do it to others? Again, if you can manage it, that is you. But
I
don't
don't.
encourage it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not because our grandparents, our great grandparents that did it. They are like, we are supposed to be partners. They'll say no, it's the modern world, it's the modern way. Guy, if you do not, it's how you lay your bed, you lie on it, they say, right? They say she this is a woman that's gone to work 9 to 5 supporting you. You're putting all the burden on yourself, first of all, for saying you want to be the macho man to take care of all the bills in the house. And if you're not making 5 times what she's making, then I don't think you should do that. You guys work through it. If you're making 2 times, you can say, okay, drop a just a little of something or do something with your part, and then I don't. That is if you don't even combine income. In our case, we do, right? People do stuff, and it's a lot happening. If you can't, do you have the wisdom to even settle issues between your first wife and your second? Not to talk about third, fourth, but our grandparents were able to do that. They were able to contain it somehow. I don't know, but
All
if you
right.
listen to those
Okay,
women,
yes, my darling. Let's hear from who is this teammate. Let's hear from Joy. Bros, we'll get back to you. Joy,
yeah,
let's hear from you. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening, darling. Where are you connected from?
From UK.
Oh, from UK. Okay. And who brought you here? My bros, right? See as he drag everybody leg out.
Barrister Douglas.
Oh, thank you so much for connecting. We have Timon. We also have Timon in the building.
hey
God bless
Timon,
you, sir. Where are you connected from, sir?
Timon is in the UK too.
In the UK. All right. So
Yes,
let's hear from
from the
Joy.
UK, yeah.
Oh, God bless you, sir. Let's hear from Joy, and we'll come to you, sir.
Okay, regarding the topic, because I just joined not too long.
Yes.
Okay, concerning if married men should have a side chick.
Yes. Side chick or polygamy? Should
Our
they go
second
ahead?
wife.
Which one do you prefer?
Um, I think both is not something that is actually very interesting. Side chick, it's just that the person is outside, and polygamy, the person is inside. So um I think if things will go wrong, whether the person is outside or inside, things will still go wrong. I feel it's not necessary. What's the person actually looking for? If you've gotten it from one person, then what the person doesn't have, you can manage or add if you can. Then if you can't, manage what she has, and it will be better that way than creating issues. Because I feel bringing in another person as a third party is an issue. No matter how it will be painted, like there will always be this someone is dragging something with me, and I'm very sure no one will be cool with it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, that has been my stand. Like, I don't think that it is fair for me to be subjected as a woman. See, now marry I not kill person. Now marry I don't marry you. I not kill anybody. And so I should not be subjected to choose on whether you will have a side chick or have a polygamy. Okay, if
Yeah.
the table turns, just as Bro Kola said, if the table turns and they
Yeah.
present you with such question, will you feel it? You see, the thing about the African culture where I come from, look, I love African culture. I grew up in fact, I am who I am because of my upbringing. But also, to be honest with you, that there are things I will do. There are a lot of things I will do differently. Now that I have
Yeah.
light, now that I have more knowledge, there are things I will do differently. So I will not say because, oh, this was how, I grew up seeing my dad not treating my mom well.
Hmm.
Same thing, my husband said he grew up in a polygamous home. His mother was the first wife, but he also saw the tension, and he would not ever wish that on his children. He doesn't want his children to come. The father was very comfortable. The father was rich, but it wasn't about
Okay.
the money right now. The
Yeah.
tension,
Yes.
the kitty kitty kata kata, the bad blood. You understand? The bad blood
Yes.
that is always between the first wife and the second wife. It
Second wife.
triggers, it trickles, it filters into the children. Sometimes you even see the children playing, and you see the first wife giving the second wife giving the children signal, say come out, come out. You want to
Yeah.
eat, not comfortable to eat because the first wife is not comfortable with the second wife. The second wife
The
is not
second
comfortable
wife.
with
Yeah.
the first wife. So typically, you want to go and eat with your step brothers, and
Yeah.
because the in-law, the wives are giving themselves, some, bad blood, like undertone attention. You're not able to, and so you don't wish. That is what we are talking about. Thank you so much, Joy. Joy, please go ahead and subscribe to this family because some more will be coming. Please, thank you so much. I
Okay.
love you for connecting. God bless you. Let me give attention to other people. We have Timon is still breathing. Hello, Mr. Timon. How are you,
Hello.
sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? Can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can
my guy,
hear
we
you
can hear you.
very nice, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we can
loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's a very nice topic. Yeah. Um, I just simply want to say it's a dead no for me. Okay, it's a dead no. Side chick or second wife. It's a dead no. First thing, your attention would be divided because you cannot love two people or three people equally.
Equally.
There's
Yeah.
no way you can do that. You are not God.
Hmm.
It's only God. It's only God that can love two people equally. You have a side chick out there. It's risky for you. You bring in the other woman to the house as your second wife. You are digging your grave. Okay. So I want to say that if there is anything that can be done in this whole world to ensure that no man has a side chick out there and no man brings in a second wife into the house, I'll be the happiest person on earth.
Oga, you take the lead now. Mr. Timon, you take the lead.
Yes,
See,
I'm.
it's not. So what you're saying, sir, okay, and I'm
Yeah.
glad, like I said, I'm glad that we are hearing this from a man's perspective, because the fact that people feel that this is the time to come out. I heard a lot of people say, you know what, let us come, let us talk about it now. The truth is, there is no man on earth that does not have a side chick out there. And I'm like, speak for
No,
yourself. Okay, speak for
no, I
yourself.
don't. Sorry. I don't like that. You can't say there is no man on earth. Yes, I know it's not easy for men, but I can still tell you that there are still some few good men out there that have been with their wife from the beginning for how many years? They've not slept with one girl out there. Yeah, it's true.
I agree with you,
But I
sir.
know,
Yes,
but but I know they are very few. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
it's
With
not.
the
Yes, sir.
temptation, with the temptation and the way they dress these days. You go on the street, you're driving, you can't even concentrate because of the skimpy, the way they expose their bodies and all that. It's not easy. You just need the grace of God, okay,
Focus.
to be able it's not easy, I know, but I don't know. I just pray because
Thank
there is no. It's just a lose-lose all the way. There is no win-win towards it financially, emotionally. Just think about it. There is no win-win. You know,
thank you
it's
so much,
it's
sir.
this.
That is the truth,
Yeah,
and that is why I
yeah,
said, the person who was saying that, somebody told him, speak for yourself, because I don't do that. I am not, I
yeah.
chose not to do it, not because
Yeah.
not because just because of the commitment and because of the fear,
Yeah.
and because I am determined. My husband said
Yeah.
something. My husband will say at his age, he does not have the strength to be running to hold his phone under his armpit. He doesn't have that. He's too old. He's too he's too old for that. He doesn't have the strength at all. So I think it is commitment. We cannot we
Yeah.
can't use that general statement that all men on earth cheat is not possible. That is like
Yeah.
giving yourself a reason to continue to do what you're doing. But thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir. It's
Exactly.
nice hearing from you. And please don't forget to
Yeah.
subscribe, sir. Please let me get your
Oh, nice one,
subscription.
man. It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Nice one, caller. Papa
Thank you
K.
Yes, bro.
thank you so much,
All
sir.
right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yes.
We
Okay
have
then.
Mr. Michael in the building. Mr. Michael, how are you?
Hello, good evening. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I am very, very well, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany.
Hey, the German people.
Good evening.
Good to hear from you. Okay, go ahead. You have the floor.
What I'm going to say, it all boils down to individual. I feel it is not right. Personally, in my opinion, those who go into polygamy or side chick or however they call it, it's a sign of betrayal to their spouses. Like someone said, if we turn the table around and the woman brings in a man to the limelight and say, I'm taking a second husband, how would the man feel? In the case of one man who came out recently to say he has a child and with a second wife, a lot of persons are giving biblical quotes to back up his action or whatever. In my opinion, this is a betrayal, because this woman went into marriage with you in the first place, knowing that life is going to be between just you and him, and along the point you came up with a story, whatever the excuses may be, and having a side chick or going into a second marriage, there is no excuse for it, no matter what the condition is. It all boils down to discipline.
Hey, you know what's happening, Michael? I'm sorry to say this. You know what's been happening so far? For everybody that's been calling, that's been saying no, it looks like they're in the Western world. They live in Europe. They live in America. Is that the same perspective we have in Africa? For those living locally in Africa, is that the same perspective we have? Do you think?
I think that is the same. See, it just like he said, I think it's an individual thing. I know people. There are people who are here abroad who are still cheating, who are still playing the away game. Okay, so I don't think I mean, I would say to a large extent, Mr. Michael, I'm not cutting you off, darling. To a large extent, that awareness, and you know how the system fronts against such, and then it's always it boils down to bite men. So I would say that it trickles, maybe adds just a little pinch to the men here, but it's an individual thing, sir.
If they allow polygamous,
Alligator in Africa, if he come America, he go still show in skin.
if they allow polygamous, they must allow polyandry.
Exactly.
Hey, please go ahead, Uncle Mr. Michael. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, I take myself for example. I'm from I'm from a royal family. My father have every reason or every right to go into polygamy, but he never did. And if I would come out today to say I want to marry a second wife, I can't imagine. First, administratively, I can't multitask so much. Now, I can't imagine having a second wife. How do I manage them, even if I don't have them under one roof? So it doesn't really matter whether the person is from a Western world or from Africa. It's just what they want to do. And I'm very convinced a lot of these persons, when they go into it after a while, they start regretting it. But they still can't come out to the world to say they are regretting their actions. So it's just their choice. It's just their choice. Whatever pressure pulls them into that lifestyle, I wish them well. That's all I can say. But personally, nothing on earth would make me go into polygamy. I would rather leave a relationship when it's not working. I would never leave my marriage. So I don't want to use my marriage for that. I would rather leave a relationship when it's not working than thinking of how to bring in someone else into my life that I'm still managing. It's not possible.
Hey, my
Hey,
brother.
B,
See,
how are you?
you don't preach. I just wanted to collect offering, but nowhere to collect the offering.
We have Red Diva.
Thank
Hey
you.
there, how are you, B?
Auntie Red, is it Auntie Red? Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear a woman. Thank God I'm not the only one speaking now. Let's hear a woman.
Hi, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
How are you, Ma?
I'm cool, and you?
Very well. Where are you calling from?
Abuja, Nigeria.
Abuja, Nigeria. God bless you, Ma. All right, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I've been following the program since, just like I couldn't come online because of the trying to connect. But thank God for my son, was able to
Yeah.
let me in. Yeah, it's about polygamy. It's a very strong topic. For me, I think is a personal thing. It's not all about is just a personal thing. Is what is your choice? Is what is how you want to see yourself, how you want to build your home as a man. It doesn't got to do with maybe you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. Do you understand? It's a personal thing. Because my husband father, he died at the age of 79. No, sorry, 99. He doesn't have any wife. My mother-in-law is the only wife and 5 kids. And in his he's a kingsman, like his age group then, they all have 2, 3, 4 wives. I think my husband was telling me that he used to tell them, and they were making jest of him, that as an Isoko man, you're supposed to have at least 2 or 3 wives. It's the pride, But he said it's my choice. I don't think I want to have another wife. So what am I trying to say? It's just a choice. It's a personality. It's how you want, is how you see yourself. Your wife cannot even stop you. Your wife cannot stop you, no matter how good she is to you. If you want to have a side chick, she can't stop you. If you want to have second wife, she can't stop you. It's just a personal thing. It's something you have to fight within yourself. Do I really want this? Because when you are doing it, even as a Christian, you know it's the sin. And it's your choice. The Bible makes it very clear. Like, this is the way to hellfire. This is the way to heaven. So God is not forcing us to go to heaven. He just puts it to us. Choose what you want. So you having another wife is a choice to me.
So, having said that, by the way, B, if a man marries another wife, let's say for in this case of this Idoche guy, right? That got another woman pregnant and now had to announce publicly that he has a wife, or he's now welcoming his a child and by this other woman. The first woman, the actual wife, the first one,
Yeah.
would it be okay for her to walk away from the marriage if she's feeling miserable? Because I think a lot is going to change about her life from
Like,
there.
so I did a very short video about the whole thing, but I've not put it online on my Twitter. I mean my TikTok page. For what happened, because I took my time to listen to everything that played out with that guy. Like I said, it's a choice. He just feel like flirting out, and mistakenly the lady is pregnant. And for the man, he a child is involved. So I think you want to give the child a better life. He doesn't want the woman to be out of marriage. You want to marry her fully so that he can be in charge of the child. I think that's why he did what he did. And secondly, the only mistake that Inye did was when he got that woman pregnant. As a responsible man, the first thing you would do, if you're afraid to confront your wife as a man, I think you should look for somebody you think your wife will listen to. If it's your father, his friend, his mother, do you understand? Go to her and talk to her. We are women. We are born to love. We don't struggle to love. And we forgive easily, no matter the offense. God, I don't know how God created us that we can just forgive, no matter how our husband, especially if it comes to our husband's matter, we forgive very easily. To me, I think the woman, the way I see her, I think she will forgive the man very easily if the man have done the right thing. But going to social media to announce it, even without the consent of the wife, the father-in-law, even the consent of the family in general, I mean, to me, it's a slap on her face. That is where I am standing. She's not supposed to hear what is happening in her home or maybe in the life of her husband
on social media.
So that place is a no-no for me. So no matter what a man, I would advise men, because men are always men. We have bloods, either black or white. If you cut yourself, you see red blood coming out. So no matter what is happening, carry your wife along. She will not kill you. She will just rake for 2, 3, 4, 5 days or depending. And
you said it so casually. It's
no,
not
to
that
me,
easy.
I'm just telling you, 99% of women will not want to walk away because, like for me, okay, let me not personalize it. My own opinion, like my own, no, I don't think I will be 22 years in my marriage by next year, February. So I don't think because of one woman, give my husband, give am belle, me, Rediva will now walk away from the marriage. I will not walk away. I will just give my husband condition. Sure, it don't happen. You want marry him, but we cannot stay under the same roof. If it's 2 times in a week, I'll make good use of that 2 times in a week. If it's 3 times in a week, you are coming to see your children, or you are coming to sleep over now, you have to share it. I will make sure I will be there for you. Once you are gone, bye-bye, you are people's husbands. It's just a simple mathematics. Those days, it's just that those days, even as a Christian, our great-grandfathers, they married 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wives, and they live happily. Then what is the big deal?
They didn't live. No.
Most of them live happily. Our mothers did not walk away. Our mothers, did not walk away because their husband give person below.
They endure. Does not mean they are happy, man.
You took it from my mouth.
Okay.
Can never be happy.
They endure. Let's use the word endure. Let me withdraw my statement. They endure because not any woman will be happy that they are getting another wife. Not any woman will be happy. But when it happens, what do we do? That is the solution.
Right.
Because it will be happening every day. Do you understand? But not every man will go and marry. But when it happens to you, what do you do? That is the solution that we're talking about now. Will you walk away?
Let's hear from Mr. Michael. When it happens, what do you do?
What do you do?
When it happens? At the point now where we are just trying to cross the bridge. So it's for some men, they are, I don't know, it will happen. It will happen to some men because CMR, to be honest with you, this thing is a personal. I put a post there. I said, what is the difference between the men that cheat and the men who do not? Knowing that it is the same God that created them.
Yes.
It's the same blood that runs through their body. Let us even remove the women. Okay? Because there are men who have proposed. You know how Daniel proposed in his heart that he will not eat the king's meat. Going through that hurdle, somebody was telling me, said every time we talk about Daniel, that thing was not easy. It was not easy.
No, at all.
So the difference between men who cheat and the men who do not cheat is just a thin line. Some made up their mind that they will run like Joseph.
That is it.
Even if you have to hold their cloth and
it's just a self-discipline.
It is the same temptation.
There's
It
temptation.
is the same. Somebody was, Mr. Timon was the one saying it. He said sometimes you see women on the street and you in fact,
Half
you know,
naked.
when they say the head no go, now that place they head, you know, like
That's
you're trying to control the head, but the head is still looking at this thing.
mm,
They post in their heart. So it is not, there is no excuse, you know, oh, is a weakness, is a weak. Women have weakness too.
everybody.
Because,
Everybody generally have weakness.
everybody has a weakness.
Yes, now.
Okay, but when you think about, even if you're not a child of God, let us even remove your faith out of it. The fact that you want to be committed to this woman, you want to be committed to this marriage. From the word go, I was telling my husband, I said, I think it has gotten to the point where if you're dating any man or you're dating any woman, you better ask them like, bro, do you have the tendency to go and to bring in another wife so that I will know what I am getting myself into? Because
That is it. You have an agreement signed and sealed by the lawyer.
exactly. Let me know what I am getting myself into. If I want to do it, I'll do it. Now, I want to say this right quick because we have a lot of people who want to talk. In the days of our forefathers or our parents, not our forefathers, even the last generation, our parents, okay, they endured a lot of things. I will say this with, you know, I love my parents to a fault. They have gone to be with the Lord. I'm sure they can hear me from heaven, but let the truth be told. So my father up till now, okay, had two sons outside. All right. Now we are 8 from my mom's place. 6 girls and 2 boys. I guess he got eager looking for a boy because the first one came a girl, the second one a girl, the fourth one a girl, the fourth one a girl, which is me. And then, you know, the opera was too much, and you know, they were trying to push him to get to get pregnant. The fifth one, to God be the glory, came out as a boy. So you will not even say, oh, they were pushing him to look for a boy. You know, that is why, you know. Now our last born, my mom was pregnant with our last born, who came up as a boy. That boy was giving birth to the one that is outside is just I would say 2 months apart. So while my mom was pregnant, that, you know, somebody else was also pregnant, you know, in the same neighborhood. No, my father never, until when he went to be with the Lord, even though we accepted, I mean, I love my stepbrothers. I will not trade them in for anything because we bonded so well, like, you know. But the thing is, my father never officially ever told my mom, even though my mom accepted them, but I know the pain. I knew her secret tears. If you're a woman, you will know that you're close to your mother. We were the one as females that saw the secret tears. So every time she will come out, they will go into, you know, our parents know how to do that thing. All of them will wear anko, or they will enter in the same motor, they go church. Everybody will be laughing. But I know the secret tears. I know the pain she was going through emotionally. I know how she was drained. I know the humiliation. So even though people will come and say, oh, our parents lived happily. No, they did not live happily. If that is what marriage is all about, then I don't think that is God's original intention for marriage. And I don't think that any man is capable. Just, I think somebody also said it, that it is only God that has the ability to love all. No man has the ability. This is emotional, you know, no man has the ability to be there for, you know, concretely or 100% give 2 women attention. And so by the time that this one is lacking attention more than the other, you feel that the other person is getting, there is bound to be that friction. And it trickles down to the children. Sometimes we do what we do because we look at, it's always this, you know, this African mentality, and I'm an African, okay? This me, looking out for me.
Okay, man. I want to ask you a question.
Paula said something.
I want to ask you a question. As a Christian woman, if it happens that your husband pregnant somebody outside and decide to marry the woman, what do you do?
He not go marry the madam.
If you marry a munko, you know the men are stubborn. Like African men. What do you do?
Maybe all of us stubborn.
To be honest,
Men it's like
Exactly.
another men are stubborn. No, sorry, the men in the
to
house.
be
Exactly.
honest with you, I will
So what
answer
do you
this.
do?
I will answer this question this way. For those of us who are in the marriage now, okay,
Yeah.
we will only pray and keep hoping that it does not happen. For those who are coming in, I think this question should be more directed to them. You have to know who you are getting into relationship with. There are people who see the red flag. There are people who see the signs. There are people who know that this man just cannot commit to one man underskirt. If he see anything, so long as he tie gele, he go follow him. You see the handwriting written on the wall, but you still go ahead.
I married him.
You still go ahead and marry him. No man, no mortal man can change any man. The man you saw dating is the same man. It's just that this is a blown or an upgraded side of him, because now he's in his territory. Now he's in his element. So he's just operating what he was trying to show you, and you refuse to see. My husband used to say something. He said, see, courtship or dating process is a defining moment. That is where your destiny, in fact, that is the most crucial path, the most crucial stage of that is where your destiny of your marriage is being defined. But people are there, just jumping from one, paying attention to the most irrelevant thing and not paying attention to the man you want to settle with. Our parents never had such opportunities. Some of them were even betrothed before they even became 16. Some of them, they just hold their hands, tell them, go show them, say, now your husband be this. But the point I am trying to make is this. If it boils down that my husband, you can't tell me, say, now like this is happen. No. To be honest with you, I am not going to jump outrightly, pack my things, and leave my husband's house. But the truth be told, I am not going to be an enabler. There is a difference between a mistake and something that is just inbuilt in you. If dog bites you the first time, that dog they craze. But if dog bites you the second time, there is something just not right about you.
It's
I
now
know the difference between
a mistake.
I know the difference between a mistake.
Yeah.
You are a Doche, they say that guy is a very generous man. This man is a very generous man. They say that
is into entertainment. So I said something about and you wonder why people prognose in their businesses, right? Their life is our entertainment. That's if you're a public figure, your life is the people's entertainment. That's what you can't say. Keep your mouth shut. I'm on privacy. It's the life you chose, right? If he's a giver, like you just said, then the woman should have known that.
Yeah.
The woman should have known that. She stayed in the marriage for her own reason. That is best known to her, right? We that's why I'm asking people if it is possible, let them sort themselves. And like Beatrice said, it is very wrong for something to be happening within your home and for your family to hear it on social media. That's a slap in the entire family, both your in-laws and everybody's face. So that was dead wrong. But
so that means you don't even
there's no regard for them. No regard.
Okay. Like I said, if my husband today, God forbid, boss, like God forbid. But if he shows up today, and this is a man I have been with, all right, this is a man I know who he is. If he shows up tomorrow and says, "Oh, babe, we need to talk," I don't fumble, like I don't misfire. Of course, I will forgive him, and then we'll see how we can work out a modality.
Yeah, that's what she said with the conditions, right?
Yes, of course, with the conditions. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, if in trying to work with you, working out a modality, how you can also play a role in the child's life, then I see that Instead of taking care of the child, you're taking care of the baby mama. No, we got a problem. We got a problem with that.
Then
Instead of taking
that was
care
not
of the
just a
child,
mistake,
you're
man. It
taking
was
care
not
of
a
the baby
fluke.
mama, and
It
then the
was something
next
you're interested in doing.
time again, you don't fumble, you like you have misfired again. The second time you have misfired again. Bro, we have a problem with that.
Me, I think the best thing to do, because I have a friend
Mm.
there before I got married. Even when after married, she's still my very good friend. I don't want to call her name. She came to visit me once. I think I had my second baby or so. She now said, "Guess what?" I said, "Well," I said, "Do you know my mommy in the house is not my mother?" I said, "Like seriously?" He said, "Yes." I said, "How come?" He said, that she just saw her mother last month. This lady I'm telling you is like 28 years old then when she was telling me that. I think the father mistakenly, that kind of mistakes that men are doing now. So the mother, the woman she grew up to know that is her mother, now
It's
said the
also not
husband
me.
confusion. Fine, it has happened.
Wow.
You are not marrying this woman. When the child is so month or years or something, just bring her to me. She's your flesh and blood. Do you understand? But do not have anything to do with the woman, and the man accepted. The woman adopted the baby as her own. My friend was 28 years old before she
When
knew
she
she
found
stayed in the
out.
with the mother.
Hmm.
It's when I traveled to that state and I saw the mother, you don't even need to tell me. They are just like identical twins.
Wow.
Yes, this one is the true life story. She doesn't even like the mother. They are always quarrel. I say, give her time. Do you understand? Give her time. You are just knowing her. If you put the stepmother and you put her mother, she prefers to pick her own stepmom, because that is the woman that she knows that gave her all the love. So in this kind of situation, a real man, if you don't want your home to be scattered, because polygamy, the thing is scatter home. I'm telling you,
No.
if you don't want your home to be scattered and you are a good man, it happens that people can make mistake. You understand me? Okay, and your wife know deep down that this one is a mistake, and is the way you even undo the whole matter that will make the woman know that really you are sorry from your heart. Do you understand? She can help you adopt the baby. Let the woman walk away and go and look for her own husband. God will bless her. And this woman, I'm telling you, she's even rich. She has money. She's well-to-do. She walked away and God help her. She had a good man, married, even her brother. So I think that is the best way than bringing a strange woman. I call them strange women. Bring them into your home and start scattering things. And a lot of things will start happening. Do you understand? So I think the best thing, if it happen as a man, go to your wife. Don't even go to anybody. Go and hold her 2 legs and start crying like a baby.
Yes,
Before you
sir.
even talk, cry like 1 hour. She'll be begging you.
So what did the matter now?
Before you will cry. When you don't cry, you not start telling her. She'll be so weak. That's women for you. I'm telling you small tips. For that is what women want. Just show us small love. We'll tell Mumu.
Yeah. She
So
was
this
quite
man,
drunk coming on social media
don't
to
worry,
on
what do
this
we do?
Yeah, you know,
This
she,
is it.
oh, she-
Not trying to show that you are the man of the house. After you don't go misbehave, you can't they show saying that you be the man. I mean, we women, we have some kind of secret weapon that we don't like using. Though. We use them for battlefield. Though. You understand? So that is the best way. If it happen, what do? Go straight to your wife. She's your wife. The two of you are one, like this. Like when I misbehave in the house, the way I do, I will start. I will first start crying before my husband. I will be crying. If you come, you just be laughing. I say, in short, I will not even say anything again. The matter will just die there. That is the best way, even for a man to do to the wife. When you misbehave, come back and say, I don't fuck up. Start crying like a baby. That is it, and everything will be fine. Just look for a way to take
And
care of
don't
the
just
baby.
do it, but you have to mean it. You know.
You have to mean it
Yeah.
from your
Yeah.
not that tears. Yeah, I'm not saying go and form. Mean it from the depth of your heart. Show her how sorry you are. Show her how sorry you are. And promise her you will not do it again. Not be saying she don't forgive you today. Tomorrow she see you with another lady with a short skirt. That one, then you just scatter the whole thing. But show her how sorry you are. And you have to repent sincerely, repent totally. And everything will be fine. Then the baby too will be fine. The baby will grow up and even love the woman in the house as his own. Your Bible says, you know what it means bringing strange child from outside? It will scatter your home. Those kind of children scatters home. I'm telling you. No matter how and good you have today, they'll be comparing themselves with your children that are already grown up. They want to be like them, even more than them.
I agree.
Then competition will not set up. I'm telling you, competition will not set up. The woman instead of her to be enjoying, she'll be praying and fasting for her children. So the best thing, if that kind of mistake happen, just adopt the child and tell that strange woman to walk away. Just like what happened to Abraham. After all, they show us as an example in the Bible, in Genesis. In short, Abraham even said the child said she even walk away with the mama for peace to come in his home. So it's not, it has everything that is happening to us that is playing out in our life. Every answer we need is in the Bible. Go and see how they solve the problem. You get your answer. If it happens to you, go and start eating the book of Genesis. You will get your solution there. It's as simple as that. All we need is just wisdom, and everything will be fine.
I don't understand. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
Yeah. In this trending case, when I heard of it, I put my wish to the family in prayer. What I said to myself was, this is a trying time for the woman, especially because the pain and the shame is more on the woman, not the man. The man is just dancing around, acting differently to cover his action, but I don't see anything he would ever do that would justify his action. So my wish to her was, she should not leave her marriage for this. It's just a trying time. The times will pass, and when you look at it very well, I saw a post from his elder brother. It clearly shows that the family were never in support of his action. So if she stays together and stays with the family, I am very convinced that marriage would not even live to see the next 2-3 years. It is very obvious. And by the time the man realizes himself, I'm sure even with the rest of his life, he will not be able to make it up to the woman. So, in my opinion, when people find themselves in such a situation, especially the women, I don't advise they leave their marriage. It's a trying time for her. So she should just keep praying and stand by her children. That's all I can say.
And they have precious children. I don't want anyone to come and raise my child. There is no one. There is no one that can raise my children the way I will raise them. And I have labored so much, whether labor of love, labor of sweat, labor of, into the marriage. So I will not, just like Auntie Diva said, I am outrightly not going to walk out of the marriage. But if let it not be that don't use it as I'm not going to be an enabler. And I also want women. Because there are women, to be honest with you, Auntie Diva, I'm telling you this. There are women who are not, they know they help matter, they know they help us at all.
Yes.
They are not making the job easy for us. There are women who have enabled their husband to continue to do this thing. Okay? And it still boils down to empowerment. It still boils down to knowing your worth. You can be a submissive. I've been married to God be the glory. April 17th made us officially 24 years. Unofficially, because we are married, we were together for a few years before we actually walked down the aisle. Okay? You need to know your worth. You need to know who you are, even if you're not a born again, even if you're not a follower or an addict follower of Christ. You need to know your worth. It was Pastor Kingsley that said something. He said there are women that men cannot beat, because when you check them, instead of beating them, you don't see any man, run kitty, run kata towards a mopo slap him. You say you want to slap him. How come you're able to control yourself? How come you're not able to slap the mopo back? That is to let you know that you have the ability to put some things under check. But apparently, no one is calling you to order. No one is giving you a check. No one is making it a concern. And so you're able to just continuously do what you do. Okay? So if a man decides to, you fumble the first time, You fumble, then the second time you fumble again. Let us even say, I am so in love with you. Let us just give that grace period. Again, say for the second time. No, the third time we have a problem. We seriously have a problem. I am not going to leave you. I'm not going to walk out of the sweat and the distant bed. I have my own personal way to put you under check. I have my own personal way to arrest the situation. No, you're not going to be a burden. There was somewhere, I'm going to keep quiet very soon so that Mr. Douglas can talk. Sometimes it's not even the emotional, the emotional pain. It is not even the financial pain. There is so much attached, the disgrace. There was a woman who was trying to bury, I think the man had, and a prominent man, okay, had children already, then, left the marriage and then got married to the second wife and had children, I think one or two with the second wife. At the burial ground, oh bros, at the burial ground, a man who is gone, who is supposed to be resting, that is the last respect to process him to the other part of the world. They were still fighting. So the woman showed up, the first wife showed up because he wanted his first son to pour sand into the grave, right? Almost see where second wife no agree. Second wife said it is the son that she bore that will be fight broke out. They ended up not pouring any sand. They just covered the man and told everyone to leave. So sometimes when we do what we do, we need to also look at the broader picture. Now look at the children that came into this world. Now there is this big tension, serious tension between the first son from the second wife and first son from the first wife. Meanwhile, the man who creates the problem had gone. When you leave this world, my husband always sees something that has stuck with me. He said, when you leave this world, what will you be remembered with? Are you going to be remembered for the problem you call? So when they call your name, as soon as they call your name, they already have, there's a lineup of story that is so unpleasant. Are you living for when you leave this world, are you going to be remembered for the problem you created or the problem you solved? Uncle Douglas, I'm going to let you speak. We'll be rounding up very, very soon in the next 10 minutes.
Thank you. Okay. I've been listening to you with rapt attention, and I'd say that there are some things that you have said that really relate with me. One of my favorite quotes actually is the last thing he said, which is that when you die, what will you be remembered for? My friend Michael is here. He knows that I usually say this thing also. I say, eat the chicken while you are alive because you'll not be there when they are killing the cow.
When they are killing the cow.
Yeah,
Wow.
You won't be there, So the things you have said actually have some kind of implication. For example, if a person is preventing someone from putting sand in his father's grave, it has a legal implication, That is why you see they fought and nobody could put sand in the grave at the end of the day. So what it does means is that in such a scenario, none of them actually buried their father. Yeah. What they had was just the ceremony. So when you see people trying to quietly bury their father, people just say, wait to consign me. No, it's bigger than that. Once you do not participate in that burial rites, you have been disinherited from the whole process of the family line. And that is the position of the law on the matter, So that is for that. Now, on the major issue, you were talking about domestic violence. It's a very big problem. I think I concur with you that the first thing that men have to have for their wives is respect. If you respect your wife, I'm not sure you would ever want to dream of raising your hands to touch her. Sometimes when you bend over backward as a man, it's not actually a sign of weakness. It's a sign of maturity. And that would account for whether or not you would be divorced or you remain married. So I can speak confidently as a divorce counsel, divorce lawyer, that for a marriage to work, someone has to play the fool. There have to be a lot of concessions, and I think it marks of bestiality for a man to even think of, beating up a woman. We have other ways of making a woman feel bad that would not, mean domestic violence. If, for example, you do not eat the woman's food,
Not my husband. Oh, my husband. The man can cook his food. I don't like men that cook at all. My husband, he will cook and then you say you want some. He let it, you go chop. Go ahead, sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
I think that is network from his end.
The network is frozen. Yes.
Oh man.
It's frozen.
Yeah, before Mr. Douglas will come online,
yeah.
Let me say something. Domestic violence, most times the women, like I'm even settling one matter now, the lady is threatening she wants to leave her husband. And for the past 2 days, I've been trying to reach her. She even blocked me, blocked the husband, blocked everybody that is trying to talk to her. But this evening, she just called me. And I've been talking to her. Because I listened to the both party. She said the husband beat her. The husband slapped her. Even sent some videos to me. I just saw one small bruise here and there on her face.
Ma,
so
let me cut you off, and I don't want to interrupt you. I don't want. I'm very particular about domestic violence. So I don't like anybody saying like a small.
No, I said on her face. I'm just trying to describe where.
Yeah, you can say a bruise on the face. Don't say.
Okay, sorry, a bruise. Some bruise on her face.
Okay.
Sorry, some bruise on her faces. So I now called the husband because you can't judge from one party. So I told the husband, no matter what your wife do to you, you don't have rights as a man to raise your hand on a woman. I said, no matter, even if she abused your mother, the best thing is to walk away. She have family. If you know you cannot undo it, or go to the church, call your pastor. If you think that you cannot undo it, maybe you are talking and talking, you've tried, but not eating a woman, no matter the offense, you are wrong. Then I called the lady in question. Asked her, she was telling me what happened. So I was trying to make her understand that your husband loves you. His problem is anger problem. Not walking away from the marriage right now, that is the problem. If it's an issue where I will tell you to, it's me that will come and carry you from that marriage. But in this situation, the only thing you will do is for you to change your attitude. Because she was saying she just sat down and the man just came and started beating her. I said, it's a lie. You cannot just sit down and the man will come and beat you. Do you understand me, ma? So I'm trying to tell you that sometimes some of the women, the way they talk, they don't respect their husband. Do you understand? And men, God give them power. God give us mouths. And the mouth God give us, it's not for us to insult our husband. It's for us to be praying for our husbands. To defend our husband outside. And for the husband, the power is for the woman to use, is for the man to use the power to defend the wife. Maybe a man asks someone to beat your wife. Come outside and show that he's my wife. Then fight the man. Or your family member want to attack your wife. Stand and be a shield for your wife. Do you understand? So even if we are trying as much as possible to talk about domestic violence, we should look at the both sides. Both the woman's side and the man's side. Because the way most people are always talking about it, is just that bruise on the woman's face. Once they see it, the man don't become devil. And I tell her, if you don't change, even if you marry another man today, with this your attitude, you will still leave that marriage. So the only thing is for us to settle the both sides, what is causing the problem. The men, be patient. Women will still talk. Even if you drive this one, the one you are bringing, amount will be more than this. We will just make them understand. And at the end of the day, two of them can live happily. But most times now, because of what happened, one of the ladies that died, she's our close friend. The other one, she's a minister in the church, although I don't really know her very well. But they are both women. If they have voiced out when all these things are happening, and secondly, some women like hiding their husbands. When the man is beating you, know everything is well. No, just leave me. Just what happened to Oshinasi. If she has voiced out, she will even help the man by speaking out. Because the man even need help. Your husband is beating you all the time, and you go to the church, and if you keep on reporting, the man must change. And if you refuse to change, that is when you walk out of the marriage. But not hiding the man, because the pastor said when you marry, the only person you bring to your marriage is Jesus Christ. Then the woman will be dying in silence. She cannot talk. Do you understand? She cannot talk. Like this lady Ishna, she has voiced out. And now we are trying to see how we can settle down. And I told the guy, if it happens again, that you beat, I don't want to know what happened. I will come to worry and carry that girl from your house. Because I was there when they gave her to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we should be able to voice out as a woman. If we are in an abusive marriage, let's voice out. We are not reporting our husband to the world. We are asking for help. Ma, do you understand me? We are asking for help. And talk to the right people.
Another topic I want to. I'm going to by next Saturday, by God's grace, I'm going to dedicate that solely for domestic violence. But there is a lot that needs to be talked about when it comes to domestic violence. Yeah, go. Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Douglas. We are still hearing you. You round up and then we'll.
Yeah, I'm back. I just needed to say, madam, that the first thing we must realize is that society has changed from what we used to know it to be. This is not the society that we were born into. A lot of things are wrong with this society. It's either we find a way of adapting and making sure our children do not end up like some of these persons that are causing problems in society. The men that are killing their wives, the wives with knives killing their husbands, the women having intercourse with dogs. The whole thing is, it's kind of amazing the kind of things we see in this our society. So I think morality is in its all-time low. People no longer have the sense of guilt, if I would say. You can imagine someone who was accused of having intercourse with a dog coming on the internet to say she did not kill anybody. I don't know if you've seen the video. That she only slept with a dog.
Oh Lord!
You can imagine. I don't understand. Is this the Nigeria we knew it to be? She said I didn't kill anybody, and she now said like I'm enjoying the money. And she even asked a question, by the way, have you ever seen 1.5 million naira before? And, it goes to tell you the level of debasement of our youth. Do you understand? How much is 1.5 million naira that you will sleep with a dog for? It's her level of understanding. You can sacrifice your name, your family name, for 1.5 million naira, not 1.5 million dollars. 1.5 million naira that is it's not even up to, I don't know. I'm not sure it's up to 2,500 US dollars.
No,
so it shows how low we have become in this our society.
It is. It's crazy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I think it's crazy again.
I was gonna say that talks like this could help in trying to let people know that there are still some rational people that stay in this society. Not because the narrative is not. It seems that everybody thinks that everybody's lost. No, we're not lost. We're still here. We need to let people know that we are still here and. Transmitted from us to us from our generation before, which we intend to transmit intact to generation hereafter. So please, I want you to your next show. I don't know how you're going to contact me. try as much as possible to send it to me so that I can help you advertise it. We need to have more people on board, you know. We need to
Okay.
have more people.
I'll send that to you, Doug. The moment I get the link to it, I'll share with you guys, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So please, when I call you, Uncle Michael, if I call you, you better answer because I'm going to start disturbing you now. I'm going to start disturbing you now. Uncle Michael, Uncle Kola. See, bro.
No problem. I'm
Bros,
always available after work daily.
please. The next show, let me announce the topic now so that everyone can come prepared. I am just overwhelmed. I am speechless that with this short timing, everyone just showed up. Like in honor of Uncle Kola, not me anyway. In honor of Uncle Kola, everyone showed up, and I have had the most I have connected with the most amazing people, had the most amazing time. The other next show is African cultures within your community. I'm going to be bringing my own. You bring your own. Where are you from, Michael?
I'm from Imo State.
You're from Imo State. Uncle Kola is Yoruba. Auntie Diva, you come and tell me where you are from.
Delta State.
Auntie Diva, where are you from?
Delta State.
Where?
Delta.
Oh, Delta. Good. Delta State. So I am from Benue State. And
Okay.
I'm from Benue State. I am going to be bringing some African cultures that you will not, the most ridiculous African cultures that you will not believe exist. And so, Uncle Michael, want to hear your own part, African cultures, and then Auntie Diva also, so Uncle Kola also. We want to hear some of those African cultures that we feel that they are ridiculous. They are anti-human. They are anti-women. In fact, some are anti-men. To be honest with you, I've not seen anyone that is anti-men, but I have seen some that most are anti-women. And I feel that we should begin to talk about it because if this change must happen, it has to happen from speaking up. At least let us speak about it. Let us speak about it. Let the world or the African culture that we so uphold, we adore, we hold to a high esteem, but there are some that are outrightly barbaric. Have you heard this? If I tell you this, you will not believe where I come from. Okay, if you have a best friend visit you, the best way you want to entertain that your best friend, to let that your best friend know that look, you value this his visit, is to give your wife to him to sleep with. Yeah, you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Look at Michael.
Look at Michael, you said, Michael.
Even your brother, if your brother is staying with you, he can be sleeping with your wife.
I am telling you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not.
My neighbor is an eyewitness when I was growing up. Yeah.
You will give your wife to your best friend to sleep with.
Yeah, sleep with.
I know such cultures. Sorry, I know such cultures exist in Southern Africa, but I'm surprised it also happens in Nigeria.
In Benue State, yes, it happens.
Yes. In Benue State, where I come
from. Somebody go die.
There are cultures. As a matter of fact, when I was to get married, they told my husband, "Oh, there is this thing. You have to come and confess to your husband how many men you have slept with." And the way they do it is they bury a live chicken. This chicken can be there. I see, of a truth, let me not exaggerate. But that chicken, until you confess, my auntie's own, they went to dig out chicken. Chicken is still there alive. That means my auntie never confessed finished.
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you the truth. How this chicken managed.
Anyway, until that day that we have that topic, man.
Okay.
I have so many questions to ask. If I don't know how it will happen.
No, I hope you're not directing the question to me because me, I don't
we will ask ourselves. if I be married to your house, then don't come and visit me. I know to go visit anybody. I mean,
Lobaton.
You're beginning to talk. You're beginning to talk like my husband. My husband said, "Don't come to my house. I'm not coming to your house. Don't come."
It's as simple as that.
Because even if you come to my house, I'll still be suspecting. So don't even come. Look, we go meet ourselves outside. Don't come anywhere close to my house. But yeah, next Saturday, please, we're going to about this time. But I love you guys. I truly do. I don't know how to say thank you. I go. Allah has given me a family family in Germany and family in Abuja. So whenever I come to Nigeria now, I will be coming to your house.
Grand.
This one full ground though.
I feel grand.
Telling you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, bye.
Really part of the show. Bye, everyone.
Please, I'll get your links and then we'll take it from there. If you're on WhatsApp, I'll connect to Uncle Kola and then I'll get your links.
All right, no problem.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Welcome.
Uncle Kola,
Bye.
a big hug from me to you. And great times for us. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.